up some barbecue for you. T-Roy's chilling in the backyard grilling, showing you that you can cook it too. Always with a beer or whiskey, but he cooks responsibly.
Hey everybody, welcome to T-Roy Cooks. I appreciate you joining us. Folks, I recently took a trip to the Baton Rouge area. I went to go see my grandmother, Mama Jean. Y'all heard me talk about her many times. I get a lot of inspiration from her. She taught me how to cook growing up. So I got her on camera cooking her world famous tomato gravy. Tell you what, that's some good eating, folks. Everybody in my family loves it. Friends all around the area love it when she makes it. It's good stuff. So we got that coming up. And also at the end of the video, if you stick around after she makes the gravy, me and Mama Jean have a little sit-down one-on-one chat. She talks a little bit about the history of my family and give you a little inside information about my family if you're interested. Mama Jean, can't thank you enough for doing this video with me, and I got to give props to my mom. My mom held the camera and shot the video footage of me working with Mama Jean in the kitchen cooking the gravy. So props to you, Mom. Mama Jean, love you. Mom, love you. Guys, y'all stick around. It's gonna be a good one. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I've been ready.
All right.
I'm sitting already.
Me too. Hey everybody, welcome to T-Roy Cooks. Appreciate you joining us. Folks, y'all heard me talk about my grandmother, Mama Jean. She is here with me live in studio, I guess in her kitchen actually. We're gonna do some cooking today, aren't we?
That's right.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. It's her 93rd birthday, so happy 93, Mama
Thank you.
Jean.
Thank you.
So what are we cooking today, Mama Jean?
We're going to make tomato gravy.
Yeah.
And this is an old recipe. I don't know where it came from because I've lived from North Carolina to Louisiana. And I picked it up along the way. I don't know, but it's good.
It is. You fed your family growing up?
My
here?
family, we had milk gravy and tomato gravy. Every morning I was going to beauty school. I had to get something quick.
Yeah.
Quick and filling.
All right, we're going to show you how it's done. And she's a dumps-a-lot cook, so there's no real recipe. You just have to watch how she does it and kind of pick up the amounts by what she's dumping in there. But the basics is what you need to make this. So let's get started, Mama Jean.
Show you how to make some tomato gravy. And this was a thing that I don't know where I got the recipe from, but we lived with so many different people when we were kids because our mother had died. And I don't know, but this is my version of it. So I made it many mornings for my children because I was going to beauty school and I had to do something quick. I put the biscuits in the oven, throw the gravy on the table, and out the door we went. So this is an old recipe.
All right.
And my children love it. I make it in the mornings.
I remember my dad sure loved it.
Yeah. I don't know, I don't measure. I'm what you call a dumps-a-lot cook. I dumps a lot of this, a tad of this, and a dash of that.
Folks, that's where I learned how to cook.
You did too? And I put my grease in here and get it good and hot. And then I put my salt and pepper and my flour.
That's bacon grease, right?
It's bacon grease. Be sure you use bacon grease because it's got to have a flavor. Cooking oil don't do it.
I'm with you on that, Mama Jean. Bacon makes everything better, y'all.
Yeah, and I don't measure a whole lot. I kind of do it like I think, you know, as much as I will need. It depends on the amount of gravy I want to make. I don't use a lot of flour if I'm not going to make a whole lot. And I put my salt and pepper in here with it. And I don't measure, I just dump. Because you can always add to it afterwards. But it's something about when you put the salt and pepper in with it does something. It makes it taste better to me.
Well, yeah.
So, anyhow, get the roux going.
I love them cast iron skillets too.
Oh yeah, nothing like a good old cast iron skillet. I mean, the little thin pans, they don't do it for me. So I had to put a little bit more grease because it got more flour than I needed, really. So it takes a little while for it to grit. You don't want it too brown. You don't want it too white. Because I'm not making milk gravy now. I'm just making tomato gravy.
That's right.
And once you eat it, you'll probably like it.
Tomato gravy is more famous, like in the Carolinas, I think.
And I'm from North Carolina. This is an East Coast recipe.
Okay. When did you move here to the Baton Rouge area?
I moved here in the 50s. Because I used to be a welder at Hardin Field.
A welder?
During World War II, yeah. That's where I met your granddaddy.
Did you fly them airplanes with them wasps back there?
No, but I used to do spot welding on P-49s and whatever else. But I do remember the P-49s. And it was at Hardin Field.
And where was that at?
Here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
But I'm from Wilton, North Carolina, Raleigh. My daddy was a railroad man. We just lived all over. I mean, we didn't stay in one place very long. That's how, I don't know where this recipe came from, but we lived in so many different places that ain't no telling. But this is my version.
Well, it's getting browned up good.
Yep, it's getting browned up good.
Keep it stirred up, folks, because it's going to burn on you.
It will burn, yeah. You just have to, it's just like making a roux from Louisiana family or Louisiana, South Louisiana. They make roux, and so this is what you call a roux. It's getting brown enough now, so it's ready. It's about the color of caramel, right?
Yeah, or peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter caramel.
Yeah.
Turn it on.
There we go. That'll cool it off.
You don't have to have a whole lot of tomatoes. Give me some water, Troy. Kind of stir the tomatoes around till you get that raw taste off of them.
And that bitterness, huh?
Yeah, the bitterness. Is this the water?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think it's going to be quite enough, but...
I'll get some more. So the fire's off right now.
Yeah, but I need to turn it on a little bit because it got to get just a little thicker, but not quite that, not too thick.
Folks, Mama Jean and my mama are the ones who really taught me how to cook. So this is the authority right here.
Yeah, this is, we know how to do it, don't we?
We do.
We can stir a mean pot, I can tell you for sure.
I learned a lot in the kitchen from this woman. My grandma.
It wasn't salty enough. You know, it takes a good bit of salt for tomatoes.
Oh yeah. And the flour.
And the flour, right.
Well, it looks good.
It's looking good.
Mm-hmm. Best food is homemade, isn't it, right, Mama Jean?
Absolutely.
Well, I wish I could smell that. It's smelling good, folks.
Now, see, this is about the good consistency to pour over your biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want it too thin, you don't want it too thick, and this is pretty good consistency. And some people like a little sugar in their tomatoes. I never put it in it, but if you feel like you need it, you can do that, but I never did.
What kind of tomatoes would you normally use?
I used a big, this is a little small tomatoes, but I used the big cans and maybe 2 or 3 of the tomatoes out of the big cans.
The whole peel?
The whole, yeah.
Whole peeled tomatoes?
Yeah.
Not stewed or anything?
No.
Okay. And do you chop them up once they're in there? Or?
No, I just put them down in my flour.
Okay.
And I mash them around.
Oh, okay.
Until I get them mashed down. And then after they get mashed down just a little bit, I pour my water in there and make my gravy. But you see, this is about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Troy, you want to taste of it and see how it tastes?
Yes, ma'am.
It might need a little bit more salt. Is it too sharp? What does it need? It needs something. What is it?
I don't know. That tastes pretty doggone good, Mama Jean.
It does?
Yeah, I think so.
It's okay? Okay.
Yeah, but what, I don't know. What do you think it needs?
Oh, we don't need anything. It's good.
I thought it tasted pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. And it's done. Now all you got to do is split your biscuit and put a little butter on the biscuit and slap a little of this on it and you're ready to go.
Alright, so folks, this is totally impromptu. I just asked her, since it was her birthday, if she would cook breakfast for us. Because I'm that way. And
Troy, this is my number one child. This is my first grandchild and he'll always be number one. I don't care how many numbers you got, this is number one.
I love you, Mama Jean.
I love you too, my baby.
Aw. Happy birthday once again.
Thank you.
And we just used what she had in the kitchen, folks. Again, this was impromptu. I asked her late last night when I got in, and she agreed to do it. So.
Yeah, we didn't plan it. It was just thrown together. So,
I appreciate it.
You can make your own adjustments on your gravy.
Let's get
But
some.
a tad of this and a dash of that.
That's right. Let's get some biscuits. Fix us a plate. We'll taste it.
Okay. I like a little butter on my biscuit.
Okay, we'll hook you up. We got a biscuit here, folks. Put a little butter. You want on both sides?
Just one side will do.
Which side?
This side.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, put a little butter on there.
Put a little butter on there. Then I can do it like this.
Oh, yeah. Dump that butter.
And then put the gravy on top.
I like my gravy.
And this is yum, yum.
Yes, it is. We're going to do those a little taste test, Mama Jean.
Okay, okay.
Got your fork right there. I got me a fork over here. Too hot?
Hot.
Hot. Okay, we're going to let it cool off a minute.
It's hot to try. Oh, we can taste it.
We can taste it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Get your fork.
I got me a fork. Some of that gravy on there.
We gravy people. We love our
You
gravy.
got the plate? You're going to take it. I'll take it. All right. Here we go, folks.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, too. That's good. Folks, Mama Jean, my grandma, you hear me talking about it all the time, decided to get her on video. And again, happy birthday to you. Happy 93rd birthday, Mama Jean.
Thank you, son. Love you.
Love you too. Folks, if y'all enjoyed this and enjoyed seeing my grandma, y'all give me some thumbs up. By all means, hope you share the video. And when you do, please tell all your friends. T-Roy cooks.
Responsibly.
With Mama Jean.
with Mama Jean. But
There you go.
This is good gravy.
It is good, y'all. Let's dig in.
So
Thanks
left
again.
the lips and over the gums.
Thanks
Look how
again, Mama
belly, here
Jean.
she comes.
Yep, there you go. All right. Oh, love you.
Love you too.
Okay, folks, Mama Jean's going to tell another one of her stories. Go for it, Mama Jean. What you got?
Well, I'm going to tell you about my sister and I, Shirley. She's not living anymore. But when we were young, we lived in North Carolina and we sang on the radio back in those days, and they had a thing. Yeah. Anyhow, we sang on the radio and we sang, and I yodeled. We did country western and we harmonized. You know, sisters could harmonize and the boys just blends. But that was in the old days.
You're on the radio. What kind of year? Kind of
It was
talking about?
WPTF, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Like in the 40s?
Oh, that was in the 40s, yeah. Maybe the late 30s. The late 30s.
Goodness.
My daddy, that's where we're from in North Carolina. And we moved all around because, as I said earlier, my daddy was a railroad man. And he worked on extra board. That was during the Depression. And when you worked like he did, you had to put your name on a list and you kept moving up until your name came and then you worked. So time was rough. But we managed. My daddy was a widow. His my mother had passed away, and he raised 6 kids by himself, so he did a good job.
I'm glad I can remember him.
Yeah.
Pawpaw.
Papa Richardson.
Yep. Good man.
Yeah, he was a good man. He was a hard-working man. He didn't ever ask nobody for nothing.
Was he the one who was a carpenter?
He built a house, yeah. He built a house over there here in Port Allen.
What about the North Carolina area?
I don't think he did in building there. He's most of it here. He's originally from Wilson, North Carolina. I mean, Louisiana.
Okay. I was just wondering about those houses you went in North Carolina and looked at, and one of them's like a historical marker or something. Was it from the Stringer side?
Oh, from my mother's side of the family, yeah. In Norfolk, Virginia.
Oh,
My
Virginia.
mother was from Virginia.
Huh.
Her name was Bessie Stringer, and my granddaddy, they had what was it? The 100th year anniversary.
Bicentennial? No.
Well, whatever it was.
1776?
Yeah.
1976.
Anyhow, we went to the house, and my granddaddy helped build the house, and we wanted to go and we was in Norfolk at that time, and I wanted to go and take a picture of the house, but they wouldn't let us. That was during the time that Obama had shut everything down. You couldn't go nowhere.
Oh, the
and
parks
the
were
parks
closed?
and everything.
Yeah.
Anyhow, captains of the ships live in those homes now. But it was the what was it? It was some kind of centennial. This was in the I guess the early 1800s, late the 1800s. I don't remember.
When the house was built?
Yeah.
Goodness.
But his name is because I checked the internet, and his name is on the deal of building. He was part of the carpenter.
Or like the commemorative plaque they have out front?
Yeah.
Town expedition.
Troy, that was called the Jamestown Expedition that I was talking about. And my granddaddy would be your great-great-granddaddy, helped build one of the houses. Because at that time, each state built a house to represent their state. That was the Jamestown Expedition. And that was just, the New England states was all they had at that time. So each state built a house. I've got the information on it under the counter. And so my granddaddy worked on the one from Virginia. So it was Virginia house that he worked on. And his last name was Stringer. But yeah, we come from a long line of hard-working people. There's nobody lazy in our family.
Right.
We're all self-sufficient.
That's for sure.
I guess you call that self-sufficient.
Yeah. You've done pretty much everything.
Yeah, I've done everything but shovel, for the Humane Society.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You name it. I've done it. But, life just throws you a lemon, you make lemonade out of it. You just don't complain about it and sit around and feel sorry for yourself and blame everybody for it. I mean, when you hit the floor in the morning, you're responsible for what you do. I just love to watch you. Sit here and sometimes I spend half the day watching you do your videos.
Oh, well, thanks.
And your talks and you and Justin. I think Justin's so cute.
Oh, yeah. Baby bag maniac.
Yeah, I like him. Tell him I said that.
Will do. He's a hoot.
Yeah.
Love brother Justin.
Yeah. Okay, well, listen, scratch some of that stuff out.
I will. Well, I'll leave this part in, but I'll scratch some of that other stuff out.
Yeah, you don't want to put that about me backing up the car and all that stuff.
Oh, I may leave that in.
when Papa worked on the railroad, he would always blow the horn, let him know that he was almost home, and if anywhere they were, they heard the whistle and they had to hurry and get home before he did.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
When he blew that whistle, you see them Richardson kids, they were all over wherever the town we lived in. You see them. We had to be home when he came in.
Yeah. That's funny.
He gave you a warning.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd always took the horn, and we knew he had a certain one long and two shorts.
Uh-huh.
And so when we heard that one long and two shorts, we knew we better get home.
That was good. I appreciate you sharing your stories, Mama Jean.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed them.
It's nice hearing about my the history and everything else.
Your background.
Yeah, my background, yeah.
Some of the stuff that that we went through to get to where we're at today.
Yes, exactly.
Everything is a learning experience.
It is, it is. All right, I got to wrap it up, Mama Jean. Love you.
I love you too, son.
Thanks again.
I'm so glad you got to come and enjoy the. So whenever they wheel me down the aisle, you be sure to be there.
I will. I will. I love you. Bye. There's our birthday girl,
That's a beautiful flower.
Mama Jean. Happy birthday, Mama Jean. Me and my brother back here, we just chilling.
Merry Christmas. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
And your mama.
All right, folks, this is just a little bit of extra from my grandma, Mama Jean. Go ahead, Mama Jean, what you got? Where we at?
I moved to Port Allen, Louisiana with 5 children as a widow. And I had to make a living, so I went back to Birmingham, took a beauty course, and came back and opened up the Cut and Curl Beauty Salon. I had 3 or 4 operators at one time, and then I semi-retired and I moved home, and I put a little beauty shop in my home, and I had dryers all up and down. I had 5 dryers here.
Dang.
And this is an old station that I used to use. I've got everything right here. It's all compact. I've got my shampoo bowl.
There you go.
I've got my mirror. I've got my chair.
That's an old chair too.
It's an old chair. It lets back. You can't hardly buy these kind of chairs anymore.
Yeah.
It lets back. And it broke a couple of times, and Troy's daddy had to fix it for me. He's upholstered it a time or two because it's wore out. It's been over 50 years.
How long you been cutting hair?
Let's see. I moved here. How old is Dawn? It's almost 60 years.
Dang.
And I raised my 5 children here. They went to school in Port Allen. And I put my shop here, but I quit, retired. And every now and then I give a perm. The fact is I gave one not too long ago to a friend. And so I didn't close this. And all I have is just this little part now. But I keep a dryer. Because I do my daughter does my hair too, so.
All right.
I always keep a little, I'm always going to have a dryer. I guess when I go to heaven, they'll put a comb and a pair of scissors in my hand.
There you go.
And they'll probably slide me down the aisle in a dryer chair.
Now you were well known. You actually had a lot of clients from Baton Rouge come see you and get their haircut.
I had clients from Hammond. I had people from everywhere coming.
Including my 3rd grade teacher too.
Yeah, I did the
Townsend.
teacher's hair. And also, I had a lady that was a principal of a school in Birmingham, Woodlawn High School, and she moved to Port Allen, and she started coming to me, and we started talking about school, and she told me she remembered my son Stanley and his friend Pete Skyrow, Stanley Register, and that she remembered them from school. Now here in Port Allen, I did this principal's hair, and she moved from Port Allen, from Birmingham to here. I said, you never know who you're going to run into in a beauty shop.
It's a small world.
And it's a small world, but you got to keep your mouth shut. And a preacher's teacher wife told me one time, she said, Jean, it's nothing like getting your head wet to loosen your tongue. And she's right, because when people relax in the beauty shop, Lord have mercy, you just never know what you're going to hear.
That's right.
So, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
What happens in the beauty shop stays in the beauty shop?
It stays in the beauty shop.
There you
I never told tales. I never told anything, because if I started telling something, I had to prove it, and I didn't want to be involved in it.
There you go. That's all right.
So, anyhow, I'm pleased that Troy came to do this. It makes me feel good. At my 93rd birthday, not too many people live that long, and I've done lived, and I've got a pacemaker, false teeth, my eyesight's going, two artificial knees, but I'm still walking.
You're still kicking.
I'm still kicking.
Well, I tell you what. Well, Mama Jean, I sure do appreciate you for all you've done for me over the years and for my family.
Thank you,
You
son.
sure raised a bunch of great kids.
I did, didn't I?
Got a bunch of grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
It's the truth. The great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren.
You are well loved.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you sharing this with all my fans. Hope y'all enjoyed it, folks. The great, the one and only Mama Jean.
There you go.